now we go to details. The second section is dedicated to all deductions. And again, I think the ice dance referees has a lot to do, as you have seen in the summary with the general duties and powers, how many deductions are in ice dance. But I think it's important that you know how to manage all the deductions. We were lucky that the last Congress accepted the proposal that for ice dance we have 2 timekeepers, and it is in the rules. So organizers must provide 2 timekeepers for ice dance and 1 timekeeper for the singles and pairs. But I can tell you from my experience that you can get different quality of timekeepers, let's say. Sometimes you have very professional. Sometimes it's a referee or sometimes it's a judge who helps you as a timekeeper, and that's an excellent situation because even you do not need to explain anything what they have to do. But sometimes it's a grandmother of 1 skater in single skating and is a timekeeper for ice dance. She has no clue. No clue what to do. She knows that the lift is when the lady is up in there, but nothing else. And in that situation, before you start the event, you have really to, if you want help from your timekeepers, you have to explain carefully. And I try to help you how to organize the work with the timekeepers. So, you have to instruct timekeeper, first of all, what would you like the timekeeper to do? Instruct to take time of the program. Time of the program, I think, is the easiest part to check the time. But if the timekeeper is does not know anything about skating, and you say that just we are at the men event. And at the men event, we are at the short program part. And the short program for the men is 240 plus minus 10 seconds. But if you say plus minus 10 seconds, I can tell you that those who has nothing to do with officiating in figure skating, they have problems. I had experience that at 2:45, the timekeeper who was sitting behind me was moving me. Too long, 2:45. So, since that time, and I was busy, you know, after the program finishes, you have to do a lot of things. Since that time, I am always preparing on a paper the duration of time, minimum to maximum, and I'm giving to my timekeeper. If they know that if it's less than 2:30 and more than 2:50, they have to tell me it's fine. Since that time, I have no problems. And I prepare for every one event, and this is important also when you're going for these events for international competition, when you judge all categories. And all categories, they have different time, different duration for programs, and even by yourself, you can be mixed up. So it's good if you have in front, okay, I am at the junior event. So junior ice dance, free dance, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Range this, and it's in front of you. Because with so many things you have to do, you really, sometimes you forget which event you are in.
Helena, I just have a question. Sorry. It's your previous slide where it had the requirements that the organizing committee has. I just wanted to clarify, do they not also have responsibility for supplying the medical personnel for the event?
Yes, but now I am about checking about the deductions. Okay. Yes, okay. But the medical will be explained later on, okay. And I'm sure that Fabio will cover this as well.
Okay, thanks.
as I said, I have always all durations of programs, no matter which category, that I'm prepared for any category and any discipline. And what was new for ice dance was accepted at the last Congress, that after the completion of the last step of the pattern dance, the couple must reach their final pose with 20 seconds. And if it's longer, then you have the normal deduction 1 point per 5 seconds. Why we introduced that? Because we allowed couples to skate to their own music and not to have programs which takes 5 minutes, because organizers will never know how long the event will be. This is the limit of concluding the pattern dance. Okay. So now a little bit questions to you. You know something already. So question. Referee is responsible for timing the duration of skating program. When do you start and stop timing? So, who has a microphone? Okay, go on.
From the moment they begin to move until coming to a complete stop at the end of the program.
Excellent. That's exactly what we have in the rule. Yes? Agree? Okay. So, the next question. No, this is not question. This is a clarification. What happens if? If a competitor does not complete the program, no marks will be awarded, and competitor shall be considered withdrawn. How do I understand this? To complete the program. When you think that the program is completed, take the microphone and say.
There must be a final pose.
It must be, they come to complete stop with the final pose. And this is a very harsh rule, I must say, because if they do not come to the final pose 5 seconds before the time they have for the program, no marks are awarded, and they are withdrawn. This is a very harsh rule, but we have to deal with that. It was before the fall or after the fall?
After the fall, just a nice pose on the ice, and it looks like a final.
I must say the competitor was clever. He came to the final stop and final pose. In some cases, they are falling and then just coming to bound, and this is not completed the program. But if they know, I think that every competitor should know how to deal with some situations. And I must say that competitor was really clever. You see that they come to the final stop. You see the final pose, whatever it is. That's okay. He survived.
But Galina, if in this case the duration of the program will be less than required, for example, 5 seconds, we have to apply the deduction.
Absolutely. Yes, in that case, you apply the deduction for less than permitted time. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. If duration of program is 30 seconds or more under the required time range, no marks will be awarded. So if this happens, what Ala said, 30 seconds with less time that is permitted minimum, then no marks are awarded. Now, question to you. Who has a microphone now? Show me. Oh, okay. Just give it in the last row. In the last row, somebody. Okay. Who's there? Ah, good. In a senior pairs free program, the duration of program is 3 minutes 25 seconds. Should the referee decide that no marks are awarded? 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Free program, senior pairs.
3 minutes.
No marks awarded? Okay. Very good. Here is the answer. I don't know if everybody heard the answer. Go on.
It could be
It's 3 minutes.
and it's 3:25, only 25 seconds lacking, so you can
Okay, so what we do in that case? Time violation. How many points you deduct? For every 5 seconds, 1 point. You said 25, so here we have the answer. 5 points deduction. So marks are awarded because it's still less than 30 seconds, but you have to award 5-point deductions, okay? In a junior free dance, ice dance judges and referees, a required element, but it's for everybody, not for only ice dance. It's a general requirement. The required element is performed between the time code 3:42 and 3:48. The couple finish the program at 3:50. What the referee will do? What is duration of free dance junior program? 3:30. Plus minus 10. Okay, so what is first your decision? Yes? Okay, very good answer. So, the referee will apply deduction of 2 points for time of program exceeding the required time range by twice 5 seconds. Instruct the technical panel and the judges panel that the required elements was started after required time range, and technical panel will not identify that element and no GOE marks are awarded. Yes? Clear? Okay. And this is for every one discipline. Is it the same in synchro?
Yeah, it's the same. It is the same, yeah.
Okay. So, lifts exceeding permitted duration. This is ice dance only. What is important? You have your timekeepers. You have to instruct them that there are different types of lifts and different duration. So, in rhythm dance, it's clear. You have only one lift up to 7 seconds, and you can instruct, and I think you can trust more or less the timekeeper with checking the duration of lift. In free dance, it's more complicated because you have 3 different types of lifts with 7 seconds or 12 seconds or 10 seconds, and it is more complicated for those who has nothing to do with ice dance. And in that case, I would be I would more believe on my timing than the timekeeper, if the timekeeper is not from ice dance. So, I have a good information for ice dance referees because we have, with the Swiss timing, make the referee job a little bit easier. The time, the deduction for the lift exceeding the permitted duration is official only when you check the time on your screen, and it is automatically shown the deduction if it's longer than, and the sign. So how it works, because it's new, so I will show you how it works. So how should the referee check the duration of the lift? Apply extended lift deduction. First, you select the lift. Then you go to video timer, and video timer opens you the next page, and now you have this slide bar, which is new. So you can find with the slide bar, that's your third action, the beginning of the lift. Then you start time, press, and you select which lift you are checking. 7 seconds, 10 seconds, or 12 seconds. We have here straight line lift, it has short lift, 7 seconds. So you press here and you immediately see whether the lady is in the air or she has landed already. If she is in the air, it means that the lift is longer than, and with the slide bar you can check the exact points, how many seconds is longer than permitted. And then you add the lift deduction and sign, so you press the red button and it's automatically made the deduction, and you can see on your screen that here will be the sign only on the screen for the referees. The judges will not see that. And then you press return and you're back. Yes?
Is there a way to find out if they did a touchdown prior to that?
Yes, it now with the slide bar. It's very easy, because at the exit you may have this small kind of lifts, and the computer is maybe finding the point with 7 seconds over the 7 seconds when she is up. But this is already this exit feature. Yes, with this slide bar, it's now much easier. I can tell you, the ice dance judges, we will be practicing this tomorrow during our practice session, so you will find out how it works, and I think you will be ready for competition to go. So, now for all disciplines. Part of costume decoration falls on ice. This I think everybody have seen the example when the part of decoration falls on ice, and you as a referee must deduct 1 point. So here is the example, and I think that's it very clear. Yes? Clear? I can tell you that some years ago we had discussion with Alexander Lakernik whether in this situation we deduct 1 or 2 points. No. Whatever falls and how many pieces falls on ice, this is one deduction per program. In that case, 2 pieces fell down and there is one deduction. The other question maybe I will ask you now, but this will be Fabio's subject. What you will do? Will you stop the skater because there are 2 pieces of her dress on ice? Will you stop the skater in this situation? No, no. I think it's visible and they can skate. Okay. Violation, yes?
If it's from different partners, it's still -1.
From different partner, you mean?
A piece of the lady falls, then later a piece of the man falls.
Oh, yes. Yes, I hope they are not necked at the end. Okay, 1 for deduction per program. Yes. Do you think it's not enough, Liana? No? It's fine? Okay. This is only for ice dance, and this is a difficult part. Violation of tempo specification in reed dance. You know that we, for ice dance, every season for reed dance, we select new rhythms, and for pattern dance, the rhythm is specified and the tempo is specified. And the obligation of the referee is to check whether it's the part for the rhythm, for the pattern dance element is within the range of tempo. So at the big competition, there is no problem, because at the championships, you have so many practices that one practice you can dedicate only to checking this time. At international competition, there could be a problem, because you may have no practice and you have only competition and you have so many to do. If you can do it, it would be great, and give deduction and feedback at the beginning of the season, first of all. Okay. So this is 1 point deduction for tempo, which is outside the range. And here you have the description with the range of tempo and duration. Sometimes it's easier to count the duration of one section or one sequence, depends how we prescribed here. But what is important for referees ice dance, you have to start with the first beat, beat 1, and finish at the end of beat 4, you're counting, okay? But I think this duration of one section is easier to manage. The same for novice, and for novice you have all descriptions in the handbook, so it's not necessary to remember that. Now, deductions, referee together with judges panel. What are deductions? For ice dance, violation of choreographic restrictions, 1 per program. In pattern dance, there is a pattern violation, stops, separations, touching the ice with hands. And in free dance, stops, separations, and touching with the ice with hands. Unless, in some required elements, we allow to touch the ice. And you have this example with sliding movement this year and choreographic step sequence in ice dance. Costume prop violation. Again, in all disciplines, you have deduction if the costume is not appropriate for the sport event, and all descriptions is here. In ice dance, usually we require the skirt for the lady, but this year we allowed the trousers for rhythm dance because the trousers work well with the rhythms we selected for this season. Question, what do you think about these 2 costumes? Are they appropriate for the sport event? Let's start with the lady here. Not appropriate. Okay, why? Yes, appearance of nudity, absolutely. And what about the second one here? Liana? That's right. When I come back to this, men must wear full-length trousers. And in that case, the trousers were somewhere, but we don't know where. And this is more theatrical, boots and costume itself, yeah? Okay.
So we have a few special deduction. For the fall, if we have at the same time, it's really specific, at the same time, 2 or more skaters, the deduction will be -2 points. Also, inside an element for this season only, we have a maximum fall deduction per element, a -3 points. So it means if there is 6 fall inside an element, they can't get more than 3-point deduction. And outside the element, so in transition, if they fell 20 times, they will have 20 deduction. The second deduction is the interruption. We have -4-point deduction for more than 40 seconds by 1 or several skaters. This is the difference with the other discipline. And if the team will be withdrawn for more than 40 seconds, if the team stop at the wall, if one skater only stop, we don't withdraw the team. If the team stop, the whole skater are stopping skating, we will withdraw them. The referee has also some deduction for non-permitted, Rule 992, paragraph 3, B and C. It's dead 3, -1.5. For stopping, we don't want that the skaters stop during the performance too many times. It's not theater on ice, it's sport, so they should move on the ice. So the exceeding 5 seconds within 3 program more than twice for junior and senior, the referee will have to apply the deduction. And for exceeding 5 seconds within the 3 program for more than once in novice, he will have also to apply the deduction. We don't count on that the opening and the closing movement, which must not exceed 10 seconds each. We have the last difference, it's separating. We want team skate together and not to see split program during the whole free skating or short program. So this deduction will be applied by the whole panel. It's a 50-50 split with the judges and referee deduction. Thank you.
Okay, this concludes our deduction part. And are there any questions to this part? Or we clarified everything? Oh, that's good. I am happy.